telling people to escape to higher ground. Here at home, our team of meteorologists are joining forces, giving us a glimpse of the winter weather that could be coming our way.
That's right. Don Paul, Andy Parker, and Aaron Minkowski combining their more than 80 years of experience in this 7 Eyewitness News Extra Winter Weather Outlook.
Winter outlooks. Tricky business. Last year, not quite as tricky because we had a strong signal from nature. El Nino, the strongest one since 97-98. Strong El Ninos almost always mean one Pacific air mass after another, crossing the lower 48, cutting the Arctic air off at the pass. This year, El Nino is entirely gone, which means the doorway is open for other oscillating patterns in the atmosphere to take over from time to time. We may see more frequent incursions, not in the next week or two, but later on, of polar air coming into the Great Lakes. And believe it or not, there is a fairly well-established connection between those polar invasions and how much snow falls this month in Siberia. More water vapor from the warming climate means more snow in Siberia lots of years. When that happens, that forces the polar jet to go way up into the polar region, tap that air, and dump it our way. That's the big picture, but we all know that the majority of our snow comes in off the lake, and that's where meteorologist Andy Parker is right now. Andy?
Hey, thanks, Don. While those large-scale weather patterns dictate when the cold will arrive, it's the effect of the lake that can make or break a western New York winter. And now, after a record-setting summer, Lake Erie is setting some records of her own. The lake water was 70 degrees or warmer for 95 days in a row, smashing the previous mark by almost a week. The top temperature on the lake reached 79 degrees, just missing the all-time record of 80 by 1 degree. And most recently, it set the record for warmest October temperature ever recorded since the 1920s. And while a warm lake alone doesn't guarantee those huge winter storms, there's evidence to suggest that a snowier than normal winter season is on the way. And here in Western New York, we all know it's not if, but when and how much is coming. To answer that question, let me send it back downtown to my colleague Aaron Minkowski for the official 7 First Alert Winter Outlook.
All right, thanks, Andy. Let's take a look at some of the snow totals over the last few years. And you can see we've had a wide range. You go back to 2012, 2013, only 59 inches. Last year we had 55 inches of snow. But in between those, you can see our snow totals were very, very high. On average, we see about 94.7 inches of snowfall. Now, this year, I think temperatures will stay above normal through the end of 2016. We get into January, February, March. That's when the cold air comes in, and that's when winter really starts to kick into gear. So your 7 First Alert snow forecast for this season calls for about 80 to 100 inches. We're going to see a more average snow season this year. Again, last year we had about 55 inches of snow. We will see more snow this season, so get ready, get the snow blowers ready, because you're going to see about 80 to 100 inches of snowfall.